Calling all apprentices to the front of the room. Come on, kids. Not much longer you're going to be called kids and young.
Well, this is also the 45th anniversary of Brown Spice Dolls.
Brown Spice family. Give yourselves.
Excuse me, Julie, the microphone is needed for a crowd. Just come this way, please. Come here, I understand. Come here. Okay, Julie is also celebrating a 45th anniversary of the Brown Spice Dolls, so we want to congratulate her. So we're doing parallel paths here, and she is now, and they're going to have their anniversary, their celebration this year as well. So we want just everybody to know how integrated our community is, that the music, the art, the dolls, everything works together for the good for us. Okay, so Julie's now going to do just a little ceremonial passing of the torch to our apprentices who have been on this journey with us. We have visited sites, we have signed, we have prayed, we have done a lot of things together. And we're just so glad that you've been on this journey with us. And I'm not trying to take your speech, Julie, please.
Well, suffice it to say, when Camilla said they just wanted to make dolls, I think it went a whole lot further than that. Yeah. They have traveled to North Carolina, they've traveled to New York, they've traveled to eBay Crawley. Where is eBay? Oh my gosh, magical experiences in studios with the Journey girls like Francine. And it has been way deeper. When you curate a show and you take 2 years and exploration and all of those things, that's what I called in the last catalog, the calling, passing the torch, blazing. Okay? And I must say that even though we only see 2 of them, that they are on fire. All right. All right. So I can figure out how to do this. Photographer, doll maker, amazing work. So go and see what they have done. But there are more, and they will float around because they're shot.
What are your names so we know what to look for?
I'm Thompson.
And Quia Tracy Molyneux.
And you want to tell them what you got in the show?
Mike's not working. Neither one of us.
Don't forget about the Thompson. Yeah, we did. That's what we tell them. This one. Yeah, move it closer.
We can do this.
So I'm Tessa Thompson, and I have a couple of dolls in the show. One in the hallway, and then also in the back gallery space.
First name again?
Oh, and then Tesla. Tesla, I'm sorry. And
The original Tesla.
All right.
Mama was smart.
And then also as part of the healing studio, where we got together with a group of women to heal from kind of some of the collective pain that we've all been through. We did some different workshops, and one of the ones was a felting workshop with Mr. James Brown Jr. He taught us a workshop, and that piece is also kind of collective, come together, and a piece that you'll see here today as well.
Wonderful. Tracy.
Thank you, everyone. I was blessed to be able to capture and document, that was my assignment, to document the journey, the tour. We visited the Arlington National Cemetery, James Ely Memorial. We visited the Schomburg Museum. In fact, it was the James Baldwin installation. And I'm going to circle back to that before. Yes, that's why I said I have to circle back to that. But Camille's mind is amazing. This woman has a mind that is amazing. She just thought about all of the places where our stories were. Where did our history drop? We went to eBay Crawley's studio in Virginia. We basically traveled throughout the DMV, the diaspora, New York, Shimoda's studio in New York. So my job was to document the story, the passion that I'm going to address them as my elders. Their passion was to be able to pass on the tradition. Much of our history, many of us may know, happens to be oral tradition. So they wanted to pass it on. And if we don't pass it on, it will die. So I am the recipient of getting it passed on, and I bless you all for doing so. But it was a learning journey for me. And I want to say, as Camilla had 3 and 4 stops, sometimes places we were going, we were all excited. And I would just go. I would just get my camera. No one knew what we was doing. We would just go. And when we showed up at the Schomburg, there was a James Baldwin installation. And I remember Fauna, you should be up here. I'm not sure. I'm supposed to pass this. Fauna was adamant about taking a shot in front of the kiosk with the James Baldwin story. And we waited, and finally we got the shots, and Camilla approaches me so quietly and softly, and she says, James Baldwin. And we started speaking, and then she said, and I made the connection, that Paula Whaley, I bless you, Mama Paula. Paula Whaley was James.
Paula, please stand.
Yes.
Please stand.
That Paula Whaley was James
There she
Baldwin's
is.
baby sister. I felt like, wow. So it was a tour that I was also learning more about the stories and learning how to connect, all of the things, the amazing things that we experienced. So thank you, and the photography is on display. I don't recall the name of the galleries, but all of the work's mine, right? No, thank you for blessing us. Fauna, I pass this to you.
Can we get Camilla up here to the front?
I'm the photographer.
And she will finish the program. We want to get a picture of you and the apprentices.
Right. All right, come on. Say what you need to say. Just say, Fauna has invented her own doll art form. She was inspired, she didn't know where it was coming from. And what she was doing was taking, Mike, you can't hear me? No. Yes. Can you hear me now?
Okay, so Fauna, she's a culinary artist. She's a hair artist, you can tell. But she's just a natural born artist. And one day she showed me, she was inspired because she's an environmentalist. And she's a natural community organizer. During COVID, Fauna fed a lot of people. They don't know it, but a lot of elderly people. And she would take the scraps and create these dolls that were inspiring her. Turns out the dolls were Dogon warriors. She didn't know that she was doing it. And it was perfect. It looks just like Mrs. Bain. That's an ancestral memory. So she is driven by something internal, and one day, hopefully during our artist talk, she'll get to make them. She leaves them out in nature to feed the animals. So, go ahead.
I'm shy, I'm sorry. But yes, I was inspired to do it. I'm a chef, and so I was inspired to, like she said, I take the food that I would use, and I take it to the park, and I don't know what made me do it, but during COVID I done it. And when I first done it, I used to leave the food in styrofoam. And then the next couple of times I went, the creator said, no, don't do that then, because it's gonna be garbage. And so I just started putting it on the ground. So, and then when I was showing Camila, she's like, that looks just like the doggone people. And I had never seen that, because when I create art, it just comes from within. I had never looked at books, or nobody ever told me to go to the park, and I don't even do animals, but that's what I was inspired. That's what I was inspired to do during COVID. And so I've collected them. I have like a whole series of them. And I'm gonna do something. Camila's gonna help me. We're gonna do something with them. But they look like moving people. They look like dancers. They look like people you're like, no, I use carrots, I use broccoli, I use all the vegetables that I use to create these pieces of art. I use bread, you know. I live in a senior building, and so my neighbors know I do it, so they'll eat food downstairs. When the family store, call me when they have veggies. You know, have food for your family to take to feed your animals. So I've been doing that for about 4 or 5 years, and I just love doing it. And I don't never know what I'm gonna do. I just sit myself down and I start creating, and when I finish this piece of art that I'd never seen myself. That's what I do. Someone has me blocked in with a Maryland tag, a MFSB or something like that. Somebody has me blocked in. Because I have another event I have to attend for some food that I have to prepare for somebody.
So thank you.
I think it's MFSB, Maryland tag, over on the side here.
MS. She'll find out. Well, while she's doing that, let me say, we're gonna introduce Francine Haskins. I don't know if you all know her. She's one of the...
A blue cord, and a silver car too. Let me lock in over here. Please let me out.
So, thank you. So, Francine Haskins, I call it the linchpin of the doll making community. And one of the reasons Fauna became an intern, or an apprentice, is so that she could work with her old friend, Francine Haskins, as a doll mentor. So I'm gonna let her have her words, her final words, the final words. I know she hates this.
I thought I was getting,
You're getting away with
I
it.
thought I was getting out of this, but anyhow. Your healing song
Yes,
is what our art does.
yes.
Put your hands in fabric, clay, everything that comes up from inside, that's what we do. I listen to music when I work. I can't work in a silent, dull room. I put TV's on or some kind of movie and music. Occasionally I'll get up and dance when the music gets real good, but I come back to it. Most of the people in this exhibition I've known for at least over 30 years, 20, 30 years. I even go back to Wisdom Street. 50-some years, we met in the late 60s. We came together, but then we went away. Because I think when we came together, we were touching each other to come back and do what we're doing. Doll and quilt artists are very powerful people. You can see from this room, all the people that come out. All you have to do is make a doll, you're making an image. And Camilla, about 5 or 6 years ago, dragged me into her project, and I can't get rid of her. She will call me late at night coming up with an idea. It's not gonna work, Camilla. Let's try. And then we try and we make it work. So I want you to enjoy the pieces. They all have a story. Some of them have a story as they were put up on the wall. There's some real good stories we had this week, just installing the show. But I want you to enjoy it, because we enjoy doing what we do.